And it's now time for volleyball action between Weimar and LaGrange being played here in LaGrange. And with the play-by-play, let's join Gary Dushek.
Well, thank you, Mike. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Leps Gym. Got a good matchup tonight for non-district. The Weimar Lady Cats taking on the LaGrange Lady Leps. Records are very similar. LaGrange 17-11 with head coach Ryan O'Neill. Weimar 17-9 with Coach Amanda Mychek. And way back on, I guess that was August the 12th, the very first night of the regular season, these two played against each other like they've done for a few years now to open up the year, and that went 5 sets. So we got a good possibility. I wouldn't be shocked if we have an extended match between these two tonight. District is coming up here for these two, not for a while yet. They still got a couple of weeks to work with. The LaGrange district, which is District 22 4A, does not start until the 23rd of September. And the Weimar district starts Weimar starts district play that same night. So here it is. What is this? September the 9th. So there's 2 weeks left in the non-district schedule for these two. So it ought to be a good match. I mean, like I said, they very competitive the first go-round, and both teams have plenty of offensive weapons to choose from. So we're looking forward to this one tonight, and they're wrapping up their pregame warm-ups right now here at Leps Gym. And I'm glad you folks are with us. Got a good crowd on hand. A lot of purple in the stands, as you might expect, with Weimar playing LaGrange. And, of course, both of them, of course, have gold in their color scheme as well. The Lady Leps tonight will be starting Clara Bundick, Avery Griffin, Carly Ulrich, Breon Williams, Ken Alonza, and Kylie Trilishek. The libero for LaGrange is Ashton Smith. Of course, only 6 play at a time, but Ashton Smith is the libero. For Weimar, their libero is Olivia Noshka. And the other starters that we'll see a lot of tonight, Skylar Rhodes, Madison Lucky, Cheyenne Booker, Janaya Cooper, Dadriana Granger, and Jaya Cook. And Weimar does have some height at the net. Both teams also have one girl that can really jump out of the gym, and that's Breon Williams for LaGrange. And for the Lady Cats, that would be Janaya Cooper. Like as I said, they are going to have introductions this evening. Now, let's see. Both JV teams, incidentally, the LaGrange JV beat the Weimar JV 25-17, 25-19. Both of them are wearing purple jerseys. Tonight, the Weimar Lady Cats are wearing purple jerseys with gold trim. And the Michon family's here. And even Avosik is here. And the Lady Leps are wearing the black jerseys tonight with white letters and numbers outlined in gold. Weimar wearing purple jerseys with gold letters and numbers outlined in white. So there's a little bit of a differential between the two colors. Weimar's libero is wearing the gold jersey, and the libero for LaGrange I cannot see because they're huddled around Coach O'Neill right now. Some of the other combinations tonight has Giddings at Schulenburg, Mumford's playing Round Top Carmine, Smithville's playing Lake Belton, Fayetteville taking on Hempstead tonight, and Belleville Santa Fe. Now, District 25 3A, which is the Columbus district, is starting their district schedule tonight because they have a 14 match schedule with the 8 teams, so they have to get a little earlier jump to get all those matches in before the playoffs start later on this fall. And again, they're fixing to start the introductions. The remainder of the Lady Leps, Hayden Cooper, Kyla Cologne, Campbell Cooper, Faith Greenwood, and Hannah Gross. For the remainder of the roster for the Lady Cats, Ramsey Tolbert, Kylie Unheiser, Caitlin Meachon, and Zariah Sims. Again, Weimar coached by Amanda Mychek, assisted by Hunter Irvin and Summer Almeida. LaGrange, Ryan O'Neill, first year here, assisted by Hattie Moore and Hannah Gerke, the two assistants, of course, former Lady Leps and graduates of LaGrange High School. And Summer Almeida and Hunter Irving for Weimar, their assistants also are graduates of Weimar High School. Amanda Majek went to Schulenburg. And I'd be lying if I tried to tell you where Coach Ryan O'Neill went to high school, but he did come to LaGrange from the Katy School District, so we'll go with that. And again, they're introducing the entire roster. Folks still coming. They can just went through the Weimar roster, and now they'll introduce the Lady Leps. Yeah, Ashton Smith, the libero for LaGrange, is wearing the white jersey tonight. Let's get on your feet and make some noise for your LaGrange Lady Leppers. We do have some stats for Weimar tonight. The team leader in digs is Olivia Noska with 193. The team leader in kills is Janaya Cook. And Madison Lucky, who is the primary setter, has 221 assists. All right, as they continue to go through the introduction, let's take a break, and we'll be back here in about 3 minutes.
Cooler temps, school's back, and Friday night lights are glowing. Whether you're cheering at the football field or courtside at volleyball, NBT's digital tools make banking simple wherever the season takes you. Bank smarter with mobile deposits, card controls, and alerts that work as hard as your team does.
Local since 1888, trusted for generations.
Your hometown bank, right here, right now. National Bank and Trust. Let's make this season your smartest yet. Member FDIC.
Fall savings at LaGrange Napa. Shell Rotella Triple Protection Motor Oil for $19.29 a gallon. Select Xerix Heavy Duty Antifreeze starting at $9.99 a gallon. Select Napa Antifreeze Coolant for $9.99 a gallon. That's all at LaGrange Napa, 210 East Travis, LaGrange.
Get the good stuff!
Readers Air Conditioning and Heating Incorporated in LaGrange is proud to be a part of tonight's broadcast. A Lennox home comfort system from Readers Air Conditioning and Heating gives you and your family around-the-clock comfort at a perfect temperature. Call 968-5277 to learn more. Readers Air Conditioning and Heating along with Lennox. Comfort is just a phone call away. Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say,
What? Huh?
I'm so over this.
but what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call Ken Crom Insurance, 725-9564.
At Hill Bank and Trust Company, we're Weimar proud, and we wish the best of luck today to our Weimar Lady Cats. This is Courtney Bell at Hill Bank, where we take pride in getting to know our customers and providing truly personalized service. We offer checking accounts with debit cards, internet banking, remote deposits, and auto, personal, and home loans. We want you to come see us at 201 East Main Street in Weimar. Let's visit and find out what we can do to help serve your banking needs. Hill Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender. We are proud supporters of our community. Go Lady Cats!
Julie B. at 134 North Washington in downtown LaGrange is happy to be a part of today's broadcast. Visit Julie B. for a whole new shopping experience for clothing and accessories. They have a huge selection of John Hart purses and totes along with Kendra Scott jewelry. Julie B. is open Monday through Friday, 10 to 5:30, and Saturday from 9:30 to 4:30. Check out Julie B. on Facebook. They wish the Lady Leps good luck with a special shout out to number 3, Clara Bundick.
All right, welcome back. Getting ready to get set number 1 underway here in a moment. Of course, it's the best of 5 Set point is 25 for the first 4 sets. You got to win by 2. And if we go to set 5, first to 15 wins in set number 5. Weimar, as we watch here, will be going left to right in the first set. We have a good crowd here this evening. Almost got to 6 o'clock start time. We got close. And let's see who's serving first. It looks like LaGrange is going to serve first. Oop, out of line. Spoke too soon. Weimar will be serving first. And we're about set to go for the Lady Cats. It'll be Deanna Granger, and the first serve is out. That's over the back line, and LaGrange picked up a 3-point right there on the service error. And serving for the Lady Leps will be Kylie Trilishek. She'll jump serve one. No one picked up, and that's shanked off the hands of Granger into the seat. Another error on Weimar. It's an ace, and it's 2-0 for LaGrange. So Granger misses the first serve and then misplays the first serve for LaGrange. Trilishek again, same spot. That's picked up at running it down Lucky, and Granger will push it over on the third ball to Trilishek. Smith will set it up, back row attack by Ulrich, and that's going to be in the near corner point for LaGrange, and it's 3-0 just like that. And the back row attack by Carly Ulrich. And Trilishek's going to serve another one. She'll jump serve one, back corner here to Granger. That's toward the net. Lucky will set it outside for Cooper, and she'll drive that one straight down to the floor over the double block from Weimar's left side. Janaya Cooper, their best hitter. Point Lady Cat side, and it's 1-3. Weimar serving with Madison Lucky, the senior setter. That one goes middle back to Ulrich. Trilishek will set it. Middle attack by Breon Williams. Drives it into the double block of Weimar, but down on the Weimar side, point LaGrange, and it's side back out. The Lady Leps lead 4-1. The middle attack by Breon Williams, and on the serve now for LaGrange is Hayden Cooper. Close to that one, middle back to Janaya Cooper. Outside left for Weimar, it goes to Cheyenne Booker, and that's going to be out on the left side attack too long. Point LaGrange, and they're up 5-1. All right, Hayden Cooper for the Lady Leps. Low one picked up middle back by Janaya Cooper. Popped it up, and Weimar gets it over with Lucky. Free ball for LaGrange. Trilishek sets up a pushover with the left hand and down by Carly Ulrich. I'm not sure if that was supposed to go to her or not, but it worked for LaGrange. 6-1 Lady Leps. They're out quick. Timeout Weimar. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Cybro Door and Weather Strip Company in Weimar has been family owned and operated since 1979. The company provides beautiful custom residential front doors. They're also a leader in residential and commercial weather stripping. Cybro is located at 405 South Eagle in Weimar. Visit their website for all of their services. CybroDoor.com. Call them at 725-8551 or 1-800-345-2791. Cybro Door and Weather Strip Company supports Weimar Athletics.
The LaGrange and Giddings Family Health Centers are happy to be a part of today's broadcast. Both health centers' primary concern is the health and well-being of you, their patients. To make an appointment for the LaGrange Clinic, call 979-968-8493. That's 968-8493. To make an appointment at the Giddings Clinic, call 979-542-7400. That's 542-7400. To become an established patient, visit the website LGTXhealth.com.
All right, welcome back. Another point for the Lady Leps here, and there's one for Weimar on this timeout, a pushover by the setter, Madison. Lucky Breon Williams had another kill. That was a quick timeout. Side out Weimar, and they are serving here at 2-7 with their libero, Olivia Noshka. She'll float one middle back to Aston Smith, the LaGrange libero. Trillichek sets it near side for Ulrich off the top of the net. It's saved by Lucky, but overpassed it. Here's another swing for LaGrange outside right. That is into the match with Faith Green. Check that. That was Campbell Cooper with the kill in cross courts 1, and it's now LaGrange 8, Weimar 2 in the first set, and serving is Breon Williams. Hard one, far corner, overpassed a bit by Zariah Sims, and LaGrange got it back over. All right, here's Carly Ulrich from the right side, blocked by Cooper, back over, and LaGrange has another chance, and they set up Carly Ulrich again on the left side. And that time the block didn't get there. Cross courts that one and down. Point Lady Leps, and it's 9-2. All right, Breon Williams again. That's 2D. Airmailed that one about 3 feet past the end line. Service error, point Weimar. Side out, and it's 3-9. The Lady Cats serving with Janiyah Cooper. She'll send one, a short one, picked up by Ashton Smith. Trillichek sets up a middle attack by Carly Ulrich. That went off the block attempt of Jaya cooking out. Another point for LaGrange and the kill for Carly Ulrich. Inside out, it's 10-3 for the Lady Leps. All right, on the serve now will be, this is Kyla Colon. She'll send one middle down the far line. That's picked up in the corner over there by Cheyenne Booker to get it over. And then LaGrange has some communications issues there, and the ball hits the floor on an errant pass. Point for Weimar, side out. So the Lady Cats are serving at 4-10 on the serve, the freshman Caitlin Mechon. Weimar has Skylar Rhodes on the net right now, and also Ramsey Tolbert. All right, Mechon will serve. She'll send one deep middle back to Cooper. Good pass. Set up that time on the outside by Clara Bundy, but that outside attack by Ulrich was a little too long. Point Weimar, and it's now the Lady Cats now down 5 with the serve at 5-10. Mechon serves another one. That one goes to Kylie Trillichek. They'll send it back to Kylie from the back row. That's brought back over by Rhodes. LaGrange keeps it alive and over by Ashton Smith. Right to Noshka. Mechon will now set it outside for Skylar Rhodes. LaGrange overpassed it back, but they kept it in play. And now Weimar tried to tip it over, but running into the net was Skylar Rhodes. And that's a point for the Lady Leps. And a good recovery on a couple of balls for them. Side out. It is now 11-5 now for LaGrange, and serving is Carly Ulrich. LaGrange has Avery Griffin on the net now. Down the line it goes. It's serve picked up by Cooper, and this played over off the 10-foot line by Rhodes. Here's Bundick setting it near side for Griffin, and that ball deflected, but they can't cover it on the back line. It goes out. Point for LaGrange, and Avery Griffin with the kill makes it 12-5. LaGrange playing pretty well early here. All right, Ulrich will serve another one. That ball is going to be cross-courted over to Tolbert. She pops it up. Lucky back to Tolbert from the left side. Saved back corner by Smith. Aaron on the return. Bundick tries to save it, but it goes outside the antenna, and that'll be a point for Weimar. And the Lady Cats get the serve back at 6-12. And Skylar Rose, the junior, will be the server. Sends that one short. Picked up by Ulrich. Bundick will set it near side for Griffin on the left. That's too long. Got it over the block, but couldn't get it down. Middle back. Point for Weimar. And the Lady Cats back to within 5 again now at 7-12. Here's Rhodes again. That goes back into the corner, and that's shanked into the wall back there on the Aaron serve return back there by Carly Ulrich, and Weimar now down by 4 at 8-12. They've scored 3 in a row here. Here's Rose again off the top of the net, but kept alive by Bundick. That ball goes over to Trilishek, she swings, and Weimar blocks it back across. All right, here's Tolbert for Weimar down the line. She finds a goal there. That's a point for the Lady Cats, 4 in a row. Now they're down 3. And Skylar Rose will continue to serve. So Bundick is the setter, and Trilishek the outside hitter. Bundick will set it outside for Trillish, pushes it over the 10-foot line, saved by Lucky. Toward the net, the swing by Tolbert, but that's way too long and wide. Tried to get it over the block and missed. Point LaGrange. So LaGrange goes up 13-9, and who's serving here? Ashton Smith, the libero. All right, Smith will send one middle back deep to Janiyah Cooper. Outside right, it goes to Jaya Cook off the top of the net, but recovered by Ashton Smith. Overpassed it back over and found an open spot and dropped it in for the point. It was a good recovery just to keep the ball in play, and LaGrange gets the point to go up 14-9. So they're back up 5 again. We're trying to get their defense set up in the back line. Ashton Smith will serve. That one she'll send middle back. That goes to Lucky. Meacham will set it outside for Jaya Cook, and that ball is going to be out. Point for the Lady Leps on the hitting error by Cook. Makes it 15-9. All right, serving. Smith again, cross course one over to Janiyah Cooper. Outside left to Jaya Cook. Saved by Trilishek. Bundick, and this over by Griffin. Free ball for Weimar. Noshka. Meacham will set it over the net. LaGrange keeps it in play. Outside for Trilishek. Middle back. Saved back there by Janiyah Cooper, and then put back out. They're going to call LaGrange over the net. Breon Williams reached over the net before Caitlin Meacham had a chance to set the ball. That's a good call. She was well over. Point for Weimar. Makes it a 10-15 score. And serving is Ramsey Tolbert. Down the line it goes. Saved back there by a Trilishek. They set it back to her on the right. Cross course one. Meacham saves it for Weimar. Lucky outside for Janiyah Cook. That ball never went over the net, but they kept it in play. And I don't think that ball cleared the net. Coach O'Neill didn't either, but Weimar's going to get the point. But I don't think that ball cleared the net on that swing by Cooper. 11-15, and LaGrange Weimar now serving again with Ramsey Tolbert. That ball is short, picked up by Smith, middle back. Bundy gets it outside for Trilishek, pushes it here near side, saved by Meacham and put over the net by the setter. Lucky. LaGrange scrambling. Now Trilishek gets the swing, saved middle back by Meacham, outside for Cooper. Contested balls, and that with Breon Williams, and LaGrange gets the point, and Weimar got called for hitting the net with Janiyah Cook. Jaya Cook, rather, in the net. Point for the Lady Leps, and they're up 16-11 now with the serve. And the server will be Kylie Trilishek. Low one, and that's shanked off of Zariah Sims. Weimar scrambling, and they get it over with Sims. Back into the corner to Ulrich. Back set by Trilishek. Outside for Campbell Cooper, with that ball blocked back over for the Lady Cats by Janiyah Cooper, and that's a point for Weimar. Lady Cats serving at 12-16 here in the first. Madison Lucky will send one back into the corner to Smith. Short set by Trilishek, over by Breon Williams. Weimar misplays the ball with a double cut, and that'll be a point. They never got it over either. Point for LaGrange. Makes it 17-12. A little short set by Kylie Trilishek. All right, here's Hayden Cooper serving. She'll send one middle back to Janiyah Cooper for Weimar. Outside there for Cheyenne Booker, and that ball never cleared the net either. Point for LaGrange, and they go up 18-12 in a timeout, Weimar. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
For over 80 years now, the Cavender Auto family has kept Texans on the road, and today's no different. With one click to CavenderAutoCountry.com, shop 4 Cavender dealerships, including Cavender Ford, Cavender Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, and Cavender Polaris in Columbus, and Cavender Chevrolet Buick GMC in Weimar. One click, 4 dealerships, at CavenderAutoCountry.com. Making confidence happen right here at home.
Remember when you swore you'd never get married, never have 4 bedrooms and a minivan, and never have...
Twins? We're having twins?
And then never happens and becomes the things you never want to be without. For all the nevers you now want to last forever, State Farm is there to help protect them with everything from life insurance to college savings and more. And that's the difference between just having insurance and having a State Farm agent.
State Farm agent Philip Adamczyk is back at his regular location, 420 West Travis Street, Suite 102. Call 968-3600.
All right, Hayden Cooper serving for LaGrange, up 18-12 here in the first set. LaGrange has been in control of this one pretty steadily. Good serve picked up by Janiyah Cooper. They go back to Cooper in a back row attack, deflected at the net by LaGrange, kept alive outside for Campbell. Cooper from the right, goes down the line and misses it long. Point for Weimar. Makes it a 13-18 score. And the libero for the Lady Cats, Olivia Noshka, serving. That one goes down the line, picked up back there by Cooper. Filishek has to run it down, sets it outside here for Ulrich. That ball deflected at the net by Jariah Sims, but then is off the back row player, and that's going to be a point. Actually, it was deflected at the net by Cheyenne Booker, and Jariah Sims then mishandled it off the deflection. Point LaGrange, and it's 19-13. And here is Breon Williams down the middle. It goes to Noshka. Lucky was set it outside for Rose. Deflect at the net. LaGrange trying to cover, and they get it over with a diving save by Cooper. Put back over by Cooper from the Weimar, and Hayden Cooper kept it alive. Here's the Lady Cat. Here is Janiyah Cooper on that one, and nobody's going to block that one or get that one. Big swing straight to the floor around the block. Point for the Lady Cats. So Weimar serving at 14-19, and Janiyah Cooper will be serving. Sends one middle back, picked up back there by Ashton Smith. Philly sets the near side for Ulrich, and she drills that one straight to the floor over the shorter Cheyenne Booker on the net for Weimar down the line. Point Lady Leps makes it 20-14. So the two teams swapping points here, but that doesn't help Weimar any down 6. All right, serving for the Lady Cats, or for the Lady Leps. That ball is going to be in back into the corner, say back there by Cook. They set up Tolbert outside. That ball is going to be in, and it's down. Point for the Lady Cats. Side out to them, serving at 15-20. All right, serving is Caitlin Meachon. That one goes middle back to Hayden Cooper. Set outside goes to Carly Ulrich over the block and off the hands of Caitlin Meachon, middle back. Point LaGrange makes it 21-15. All right. Ulrich serves, back corner here to Janiyah Cooper. They set it outside for Tolbert, deflected at the net. Ulrich covers back row. Ashton Smith will play it over from the near sideline. The ball is close to being outside the upright. All right, outside here is the swing by Avery Griffin. Saved back corner there by Noshka. Weimar got it over. LaGrange diving save by Smith for LaGrange. And attacked by Griffin, deflected back over by Weimar. Here's a tip over at the net by the Lady Leps, and pushed back over by Janiyah Cooper for Weimar. Outside for Trilishek, blocked back over by Tolbert. LaGrange keeps it alive. Here's Griffin, blocked back over by LaGrange, but we got a whistle. Weimar got into the net on the block. Good point, and it's 22-15 now for the Lady Leps. And Carly Ulrich will serve. All right, Carly with jump serve a low one. That's a good one. Picked up back corner there by Madison Lucky. They go outside for Tolbert, deflected at the net by Gross in the middle. Outside for Trilishek. He goes that one into the double block from the right side. Down on the Weimar side, point LaGrange, and they're up 23-15. Ulrich will serve, trying to close out this first set. All right, Carly will send one middle back, picked up by Nasha. Michon sets it outside, a tip over by Tolbert, saved by Trilishek. Outside left here, that goes to Griffin, blocked back over, saved by Ulrich in the back. Outside for Trilishek, and it's too long from the right side. Point for Weimar. Makes it 16-23. And serving for the Lady Cats is Skylar Rhodes. Anna Gross on the net for LaGrange now, too. That served middle back to Ashton Smith. They set it outside. The set was off target into the net, and that's going to be a point for the Lady Cats. They have a 14 on the roster that I don't have. I'm going to find that out in between. She's also been setting some. Here is Skylar Rhodes. Got nice diving save by Trilishek. Outside near side here for Avery Griffin. Finds the far back corner, cross court from the left side. Open point LaGrange. Now they have set point at 24-17. And serving for the set will be Ashton Smith. Now Smith serving. That's a deep one, middle back, picked up by Lucky. Meacham will just set it over deep and misses it wide. Point LaGrange, and the Lady Leps win the first set. Highly spirited, 25-17. LaGrange wins set number 1. We'll be back with set 2 in about 2.5 minutes.
The Pharmacy Shop of Weimar encourages you to take measures to stay healthy. The Pharmacy Shop of Weimar does vaccinations for shingles, pneumonia, Tdap, and hepatitis. Call 725-6713 today to make your appointment. The Pharmacy Shop of Weimar is open weekdays from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. till 12 noon. Delivery service is also available for prescriptions. The Pharmacy Shop of Weimar is happy to be a part of today's broadcast, and good luck to the Lady Cats and Wildcats.
Bloomin' Junction at 120 South Main in downtown LaGrange is happy to be a part of today's Lady Lep volleyball broadcast. And if you're in need of flowers or a plant for any occasion, call Bloomin' Junction today at 968-5240. They're open from 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday. And put this on your calendar, the LaGrange homecoming game is Friday, September the 19th. They also have great gifts like cups and tumblers. Bloomin' Junction. Special shout out to Lady Lep number 12, Ashton Smith. The Ewens and Ducicella Clinic at 402 Ewens Drive in Weimar emphasizes quality health care with an excellent staff and board-certified physicians. Their doctors Jorge Ducicella, Olga Ducicella, Leah McKeskey, plus Bob Parrish and Estella Mota, along with PA Abigail Adamson. To make an appointment, call 725-8545. The clinic is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. For additional information, visit their website, ydclinic.com. The clinic is also huge supporters of Weimar athletics.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Hey, don't you work at National Bank and Trust?
I sure do. Just grabbing dinner like everyone else.
I always see you at the branch, and now in the cereal aisle.
We're your neighbors. That's what being local means. We've been here since 1888. Still independent, still your bank.
Well, thanks for being a part of our lives. You guys really are here for good.
I'm here for you. Thanks for trusting us.
National Bank and Trust. Local, trusted, since 1888. Member FDIC.
All right, set number 2. The two teams has traded into the floor, so I have LaGrange in front of me for the second set, up 1-0. Okay. The burning question, number 14 for the Lady Leps is a freshman, Gabby Hollick. And she's been setting. She's done pretty well. Hollek. So that answers that question. LaGrange will be serving here to start the second set. Up 1-0. It'll be Kylie Trilishek, the server. Lady Leps, let's see, we got Griffin, Williams, and Cooper on the net. Ulrich, Trilishek in the back with Ashton Smith, the libero. Good low serve there, but picked up by Weimar. And they misplayed the second ball, but they get it over. Smith to Trilishek. She'll set it into the middle for Breon Williams, saved by Noshka. Lucky sets it outside to the near side, but that swing from the left by Janiyah Cooper goes into the net. Point for LaGrange to get the second set underway. Now Trilishek will serve. Deep one back into the corner. Picked up back there by Zariah Sims. Outside here for Cooper. That's deflected from the left side off of Williams and ricochets cross court. And LaGrange can pick it up off the cover. And that'll be a point for Weimar on the Janiyah Cooper kill. 1-1. Madison Lucky serving for the Lady Cats near side to Smith. Trilishek will set it left side out for Campbell Cooper. And that tip hit the antenna. That's out. Point for Weimar. Makes it a 2-1 score for the Lady Cats. All right, Lucky again down that middle back to Ulrich. Trilishek cross course one to Williams, saved by Sims in the back. And Weimar tries to get it over in the third ball, but Janiyah Cooper just played it into the net. Point for the Lady Leps. And that ties it up at 2. When the ball rolls out into the hallway, Kylie Trilishek runs it down. The server is Hayden Cooper. All right, Cooper will send one middle back, picked up by Janiyah Cooper. Aaron on the return. And from the back row, Noshka plays it over, but an overspin on that ball over the net barely, and this dropped in past the 10-foot line out of the reach of Hayden Cooper. The ball, a lot of overspin on it. That gave LaGrange trouble. Point for Weimar. And the server now is Olivia Noshka, the libero. Right to Ashton Smith, the LaGrange. But Trilishek gets it, sets it outside for Carly Ulrich, and that ball goes middle back out of the reach of Noshka. Point for the Lady Leps on the kill by Carly Ulrich. And that ties it up at 3, and LaGrange serving again. All right, Breon Williams will be the server. She'll send that one down the middle, picked up back there by Noshka. Gets it up to Lucky, middle attack Cooper. Big swing over the block of the Lady Leps, Kid Alonza, and to the far sideline. And a point for Weimar on the kill by Janiyah Cooper. And Weimar goes up 4-3. She is their best leaper, no question. All right, Cooper will serve one. Down the line it goes to Hayden Cooper. Trilishek sets up Carly Ulrich and got it. That was very close. Now that called it out. The linesman got overruled by the net official. That ball was wide. I think the net official was right. Yeah, LaGrange wants to question that. Yeah, the net official overruled him right away. It's a point for Weimar, and they go up 5-3. That's all right. Here's Janiyah Cooper serving near side to Campbell Cooper. Set up. Ashton Smith sets up Cooper on the right side, and that ball is too long. Point for Weimar, and they go up 6-3. All right, here's Janiyah Cooper. Sends that one back to Ashton Smith. They set up Carly Ulrich, a little tip set, and she just dropped it over the net in front of Lucky. Point for LaGrange on the tip over by Carly Ulrich. Side out to the LaGrange girls. They're serving at 4-6. All right, Kyla Cologne now in the serve. That one goes to Skylar Rose. Set a little off target. Weimar got it over, and Trilishek played it right back to Weimar. Here is a swing in the middle by Skylar Ulrich, but a good pickup. Great dig in the back by Hayden Cooper. And then the tip over by Carly Ulrich from the left side doesn't clear the tape and lands on the LaGrange side. That was a really good dig, though, by Cooper. Point for Weimar as they go up now 7-4. LaGrange won the first set, 25-17. Caitlin Mechon now serving for Weimar. She'll send that one near side for Ashton Smith. Not a great return there. A line drive, that one right back under the net. That ball might have been better played by Hayden Cooper in the middle, but Smith made a play on it, and Weimar goes up 8-4. Mechon serves another one. That goes to Trilishek far side. Back set here by Clara Bundick, but the drive, it goes into the net by Carly Ulrich, and that's a point for Weimar. And the Lady Cats now with a 5-point lead at 9-4 here in the second. And Caitlin Michon serves another one. That's a short one picked up by Trilishek, far side. Bundick sets up, bombs in the middle, but that's wide. Got it around the middle block, but too wide. Point for Weimar, and all of a sudden it's 10-4. Lady Cats have scored 7 of 8. Michon serves another one. That's going to be down the middle to Hayden Cooper. Bundick will set it far side. Trilishek just plays it over. Free ball for Weimar. Michon will set up Tolbert. Drives. Stay middle back by Cooper. Scored the net. Kept alive by Bundick and tipped back over by Tolbert for Weimar. Lady Cats again have it. Here's Smith for LaGrange. Back set for Trilishek. That's blocked at the net. And Weimar makes a move. Almost a great save off that deflection by Madison Lucky, but the ball, what do we got? The ball wind up hitting. She went underneath the net. Okay, that point goes to LaGrange, and they're serving now at 5-10. It's going to be Carly Ulrich. All right, Ulrich will send one back into the corner. Back there to Janiyah Cooper. Back set, played over deep by Skylar Rhodes, but she found this open spot near corner. Just kind of floated it over everybody. Point for Weimar. 11-5. Pretty good touch there. Just kind of drop shot deep into the corner. All right, Skylar Rhodes will serve for Weimar. Middle back it goes to Smith. Aaron return. Bundy keeps it alive. Here's Trilishek from the right side, and that's too long. LaGrange's offense has kind of hit the skids here in this second set. Now they're down 12-5, and Weimar still serving. Here's Rose again, middle back to Smith. Aaron return. Bundick has to run it down, but they can't make a play on it. Serve return issues for LaGrange. It's 13-5, and Coach O'Neill wants a timeout. Lady Cats are up 8 here in the second set. We'll take a 60-second break.
Fall savings at LaGrange Napa. Mobil 1 Advanced Full Synthetic Motor Oil, the 5-quart jug, $34.99. Scott Shop Towels, $3.49 a roll. Celebrate 100 years of Napa and receive a Napa cap with a purchase of $40. That's at LaGrange Napa, 210 East Travis.
At Hill Bank and Trust Company, we're Weimar proud, and we wish the best of luck today to our Weimar Lady Cats. This is Courtney Bell at Hill Bank, where we take pride in getting to know our customers and providing truly personalized service. We offer checking accounts with debit cards, internet banking, remote deposits, and auto, personal, and home loans. We want you to come see us at 201 East Main Street in Weimar. Let's visit and find out what we can do to help serve your banking needs. Hill Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender. We are proud supporters of our community. Go Lady Cats.
All righty, LaGrange just got a much-needed point on a swing from the left side by Avery Griffin. It actually hit the net and rolled over and down. Nobody home for Weimar, but LaGrange will take anything at this point. Weimar had scored 7 of 8. Lady Leps are serving at 6-13 with Ashton Smith. That's a liner saved by Cooper and reaching over Breon Williams, but she hit the net and went over the net anyway. That's a point for the Lady Cats. The second over the net call we've had tonight. So Weimar serving at 14-6 with Ramsey Tolbert near side for Trilishek. They set it outside left for Griffin. That's blocked back over. Carly Ulrich keeps it alive and toward the net. And some communications between Williams and Griffin, and the ball goes into the scorer's table. And LaGrange's offense has hit the skids here in this second set. Weimar's up 15-6. Here's Ramsey Tolbert, middle back to Smith. Bundick will set it near side. Trilishek well off the net. That's blocked back over by Janiyah Cooper. Uncontested there, makes it 16-6. Ramsey Tolbert will serve. That's a deep one, too deep. Oh, the missed serve there on the by Weimar, side out LaGrange. So the Lady Left serving, but they got a hill to climb. It's 7-16. Kylie Trilishek will serve. She'll send one into the back corner, picked up back there by Lucky, and they go outside here for Janiyah Cooper. Just kind of tipped it over the block down the line past the 10-foot line. Almost unplayable for Kylie Trilishek. Point for Weimar. And they're up 10 at 17-7. That matches their biggest lead. LaGrange won the first set by 8. It's been all Weimar here in the second. Ball back in play. Contested ball to net between Williams and Weimar's Cheyenne Booker. Here's a swing in the middle by Jaya Cook from the middle and drives one middle back. Point for Weimar. That makes it an 18-8 score here in the second set. Gabby Hollick in now for LaGrange. Back right. Or back left for LaGrange. All right, Madison Lucky will serve for Weimar. Just send that one near side to Ashton Smith. Trilishek will send it backside here for Griffin. That goes through the double block and lands in front of Lucky. Point for LaGrange. A swing for Avery Griffin, side out. But LaGrange still down 10. All right, here's Hayden Cooper serving. She'll send one down the line, picked up back there in the corner by Booker. Outside it goes for Cook. Deflected, LaGrange keeps it in play. Outside for Ulrich, stepped down the line, saved by Madison Lucky and pushed over from the back line by Booker. Outside for LaGrange again. Carly Ulrich, big swing. Noshka digs it out, and LaGrange and Weimar got it over by Jaya Cooper outside. They set it up outside for Holick, and Weimar keeps it in play and over by Madison Lucky. Smith, Trilishek. Breon Williams deflected. Saved middle back by Sims. Outside near side for Weimar by Jaya Cook. Now LaGrange has it, and an outside swing from the left side for Harley Ulrich. Harley Ulrich is down and point. Long point. Cross court left side attack by Ulrich. So LaGrange serving at 9-18 with Hayden Cooper. Now Cooper will send one down the line, picked up back there by Booker, and pushed over deep by Janiyah Cooper. And then LaGrange mishandles one here on the right side by Gabby Hollick on the right. Point for Weimar. And it's 19-9. Olivia Noshka serving for the Lady Cats. She'll send that one deep, middle back to Smith. Overpass it right there to Skylar Rhodes on the overpass. Has put it back down. Point Weimar. Serve return issue again for LaGrange. Here's Olivia Noshka serving again. That one goes to Smith. Trilishek will cross court, run over to Ulrich. Big swing, but into the top of the net. Point for Weimar. Makes it 21-9. Coach O'Neill will take another timeout. We'll take a 30-second break here on this one.
Reader's Air Conditioning and Heating has the experience, knowledge, professionalism, and quality service you'd expect from a Lennox Premier dealer. This earned distinction means you receive outstanding installation, maintenance, and service on your home's heating and cooling system. Call Reader's Air Conditioning and Heating at 968-5277 today or visit them online at readersac.com to learn more about how they can make your home's air perfect. Reader's Air Conditioning and Heating is happy to be a part of today's broadcast.
All right, all Lady Cats here in the second set. 21-9. LaGrange's offense has really struggled here in the second set. After winning the first one, 25-17. Weimar got the lead when they had a stretch of 8 out of 9, and now they're up 21-9. Serving is Olivia Noshka. She'll send one deep near corner to Hayden Cooper. Trilishek will set it left side for Ulrich. Tip over it. That's wide. I'm telling you, when it goes south, it goes south. Point for Weimar, and they're up 22-9. One of these, just finish this one up and start over in the third set if you're the Lady Leps. Here's Noshka. Middle back to Smith. Trilishek will set it in the middle for Breon Williams. Nobody's blocking that one. She drove that one middle to the near deep corner. Point for LaGrange. They need a lot more of that. They're serving at 10-22. It'll be Breon Williams serving. Williams will send one middle back, and that's going to be too long. Missed the back line. Noska thought about it, the middle back, but left it go. Point Weimar, and they go up 23-10. Janiyah Cooper serving for Weimar. That's the low one down the line to Hayden Cooper. Trilishek back sets one here for Holly. Big swing, but too long. Never got down on that one. The freshman didn't quite get the ball down. 24-10 now for the Lady Cats. Set point to tie it up. All right, here's Cooper. Down the line it goes. That's a low serve. Got handled cleanly by Hayden Cooper. Point Weimar. And the Lady Cats come back with a flurry here in the second set to tie up this match. They win this one 25-10. And we're all even going to set 3, and we'll be back in 2.5 minutes.
Okay, babe, this new home insurance, I'm bugging out.
Why did you say bugging? Ah! And why are you bugging?
I don't know what I'm doing. Why aren't you bugging?
Because we just need a State Farm agent. That's what they do. They help people understand their insurance and not bug out about it. Ah! And they're like there when you need them. Now quit bugging and say the jingle.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Call Ken Crom Insurance, 725-9564.
Julie B. at 134 North Washington in downtown LaGrange is happy to be a part of today's broadcast. Visit Julie B. for a whole new shopping experience for clothing and accessories. They have a huge selection of John Hart purses and totes along with Kendra Scott jewelry. Julie B. is open Monday through Friday, 10 to 5:30, and Saturday from 9:30 to 4:30. Check out Julie B. on Facebook. They wish the Lady Leps good luck with a special shout out to number 3, Clara Bundick.
Cybro Door and Weather Strip Company in Weimar has been family owned and operated since 1979. The company provides beautiful custom residential front doors. They're also a leader in residential and commercial weather stripping. Cybro is located at 405 South Eagle in Weimar. Visit their website for all of their services. CybroDoor.com. Call them at 725-8551 or 1-800-345-2791. Cybro Door and Weather Strip Company supports Weimar Athletics.
The LaGrange Family Health Center is happy to announce that their new physician, Dr. Nathan Anderson, is now on board, and he is seeing patients in both the LaGrange and the Giddings Clinic. The LaGrange Clinic is located at 1253 North Von Minden Street and over in Giddings at 598 Cactus Street. To make an appointment, you can call 979-968-8493. Again, Dr. Nathan Anderson is now on board and is seeing patients at the LaGrange Family Health Center, their location in LaGrange and Giddings.
Hi, this is Jody Wick with Cavender Chevrolet Buick GMC in Weimar. Did you know that we are not only a Mark of Excellence award-winning dealership in sales and service, but we also offer a complete collision auto paint and body shop? That's right. We work with all insurance companies, use only the best quality PPG paint, and our technicians have over 30 years of experience and are ICAR certified. We work on both foreign and domestic cars and trucks, and we also specialize in aluminum repair. So come take advantage of all the great services we offer here at Cavender Collision Center in Weimar, making confidence happen right here at home.
All right, we go to set 3, all tied up. LaGrange won the first one, 25-17. Weimar dominating the second one, 25-10. So that's where we are here, 1-1. Remember, these two played 5 sets the first time. And right now, I don't know. I'm not gonna predict that far down the road. We'll wait and see what happens here after this one. All right, Weimar's going to serve here to start the third. This is Zariah Sims serving, and here we go. Set 3, 1-1. Back corner to Carly Uri, popped it up. Bundick sets it outside deep off the net for Avery Griffin, but she got it over the net with some overspin and dropped that one in front of Noska. Point for the Lady Leps, and they go up 1-0. Trilishek on the back row along with Ulrich and Smith. Serve comes near side, overpass by Weimar. Smith sets it up at the 10-foot line, and then Breon Williams will put one down from the middle back far sideline. Ashton Smith on that serve return right at the 10-foot line. Set up. Help set that up. Here's Trilishek again, middle back to Noshka. Weimar sets it outside for Janiyah Cooper, and that ball goes in, but I think LaGrange was in the net on the block anyway, so it's a point for Weimar. And they get a side out there, and they're serving at 1-2. It'll be Madison Lucky. Will serve one back into the corner to Ashton Smith. Pops it up, makes the setter. Trilishek run all the way across the court and over by Campbell Cooper for the Lady Leps. Outside for Cooper for Weimar. That drilled off of Smith, and that goes into the LaGrange bench. That's a point for Weimar and Janiyah Cooper with the big swing there. We're tied 2-2. All right, Madison Lucky will serve again. Lucky will send one short, picked up by Ashton Smith. Trilishek will set it middle for Breon Williams. Got that one over Jaya Cook and off the hands of Noshka. Far sideline, a big swing there for the Lady Leps by Breon Williams. Side out back to LaGrange, and they go up 3-2. Hayden Cooper, the server. Hayden will send one near side, picked up by Sims. Lucky sets it outside here on the right side by Jaya Cook, and that ball is deflected off of LaGrange and out. Point for Weimar. Jaya Cook with the kill. And it's now 3-3. Weimar serving again. And this is going to be Olivia Noshka, the libero. That one goes down the line. Picked up back there in the corner by Cooper. Aaron set. The ball is over by Breon Williams. Free ball for Weimar. Middle attack. Just Janiyah Cooper. Nobody's blocking that one. Middle to the near sideline, past the 10-foot line, straight to the floor, and Weimar goes up 4-3. All right, here's Noshka serving down the line. That's wide. It's out. Service there, a point for LaGrange. And the Lady Leps get the serve back, tied up at 4-4 with Breon Williams, the server. So send one low one picked up, and that's shanked on the serve return by the Lady Cats, Uriah Sims. That's an ace for LaGrange, and it makes it 5-4. I almost had Janiyah Cooper in my lap there for a moment there. All right, Breon Williams will serve. That's a low one picked up by Noshka. Overpassed it, put back over by Ken Alonzo. Just tipped it over here, got him one to the near sideline. When they overpassed on the reserve return, point LaGrange, makes it 6-4. And Breon Williams will serve again. That one goes to Sims on the far side. Back set over here for Janiyah Cooper. She just pushed one down. She was way over the net and just pushed it down to the floor inside the 10-foot line. You can't stop that. It just hangs in the air. Side out to Weimar, serving at 5-6. Janiyah Cooper serve off the top of the net, saved by over 10-foot line. They set it outside right to Campbell Cooper. That goes off the net and over the blocker and lands just inside the boundary on the far side. As the Lady Leps caught a break there, Campbell Cooper with the kill. Side out, it's 7-5, LaGrange serving. And it'll be Kyla Cologne, the server. 1-1 is the match. Cologne will send one middle back to Noshka. Lucky will set it near side here for Booker. That's blocked back over by Lobsey, and that goes off the hands of Weimar's Skylar Rose playing back right. Point for LaGrange. Makes it 8-5. Cologne serving again. That one goes near side, picked up by Janiyah Cooper. Lucky back sets one here for Booker, and that's way wide. Cheyenne Booker tried to go on that angle from the near side, and this is too long. Point for LaGrange, and that makes it 9-5. So something happened there where LaGrange did not get that point. So was somebody in the net? Well, Weimar got the point. So now Lady Cats are serving at 6-8. So they may have been in the net or whatever, but something happened where Weimar got that point. Serve is in to Hayden Cooper. Bundick sets it outside for Trilishek. He rolls that one off the top of the net, and he ricochets to the far sideline out of the reach of Tolbert. Point for LaGrange, side out. Now they got 9. They're leading 9-6 with the serve. Carly Ulrich serving for LaGrange here. That one goes down the far line, popped up by Lucky. Noshka to the net, and Lucky plays it over deep middle back to Ashton Smith. Bundick will back set it right side for Trilishek down the line, and that's not saved over there in the corner by Janiyah Cooper, who had middle back trying to cover the whole back line. Point for LaGrange, and they go up 10-6. Trilishek with the kill down the line. Here's Ulrich serving to Cooper, and then the setter, freshman Caitlin Meachon, tried to tip it over on the second ball and never got it over the net. Tried to set it over. That's going to be a point for the Lady Leps. Now Weimar questioning something on it. There wasn't anybody there. Yeah, the ball never cleared the net. It hit the top of the net. Yeah, at the point. That was correctly called by the net official. The ball never had a chance to go over. Carly Ulrich serving at 11-6. That's an ace, a low serve with some overspin past the 10-foot line in front of Noshka. Point, LaGrange, and they go up 12-6, and Weimar takes the timeout. Back in 60 seconds.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Call Adam Check State Farm Insurance, 968-3600.
The Pharmacy Shop of Weimar encourages you to take measures to stay healthy. The Pharmacy Shop of Weimar does vaccinations for shingles, pneumonia, Tdap, and hepatitis. Call 725-6713 today to make your appointment. The Pharmacy Shop of Weimar is open weekdays from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. till 12 noon. Delivery service is also available for prescriptions. The Pharmacy Shop of Weimar is happy to be a part of today's broadcast, and good luck to the Lady Cats and Wildcat. And this is KBUK LaGrange.
All right, welcome back. Ball in play, and a kill from the left side for the Lady Leps by Avery Griffin. That ball goes off the Weimar blocker all the way past the end line. Point Lady Leps, and now they're up 13-6. Opposite of the second set when Weimar pulled away. Here's Ulrich, middle back to Noshka. Meacham will back set it here on this near side over to Rhodes. LaGrange keeps it in play. Outside right, Trilishek down the line, saved by Janiyah Cooper. Meacham toward the net for Tolbert, and Tolbert will drive one by 3 players down the line. Point for the Lady Cats. Side out. Weimar serving at 7:13, and the time is 7:04. All right. Here's a serve by Skylar Rose. That's going to be played by LaGrange. Lombs in the middle, saved in this back corner here by Meachon, and outside for Tolbert, deflected at the net by Lomza. Bundick will set up Trilishek, deflected, saved middle back by Rose for Weimar. And Weimar pushes it over from the 10-foot line. That is Janiyah Cooper, and that ball is going to be in down the corner. Point for the Lady Cats. On a push, it's down the line. 8-13. Weimar serving down 5. Nice serving, Skylar Rose, deep with middle back to Smith. Bundick will back set Trilishek, just tipped it over, deflected, saved by Lucky. Outside left for Weimar, Tolbert. That goes into the double block, but into the wall. Point Weimar on another kill for another kill for Ramsey Tolbert. That went off the hands of Kylie Trilishek. Weimar back to within 4 now at 9-13. Here's the serve, ball in play. Bundick has to run it down in the back row swing by Ulrich, saved by Janiyah Cooper and pushed over deep by Weimar. And that ball is going to be out on that pushover by Skylar Rose. Weimar thought the ball might have hit the corner back there, but it was out. Point LaGrange. Lady Leps are serving at 14-9. And it's going to be Ashton Smith, the libero. Sets up near side, middle, far side over to Janiyah Cooper. Meachon sets it outside for Tober. Just a tip over, and coming up hard from the back line was Ashton Smith, but couldn't reach it at the 10-foot line. Just popped it over the blockers, but Smith couldn't reach it. Point Weimar makes it 10-14. Lady Cats serving down 4 with Ramsey Tolbert. That's a good serve, a diving save by Ashton Smith outside for Trilishek, but that's blocked back across by Janiyah Cooper for Weimar. Point for the Lady Cats. Now down 3 at 11-14. There's the serve, a deep one, and missed the back line. Service error by Tolbert. Point Lady Leps. They get the serve back at 15-11. 1-1 match. Kylie Trilishek, the server. Kylie will send one deep middle. Oh, service error over the back line. So LaGrange gives it right back to Weimar on the missed serve. Lady Cats serving at 12-15. They were down, remember, at 1 point by 7. Madison Lucky. Deep one middle back to Ulrich. Gets it to Trilishek. Sets to a short set for Breon Williams. Deflected at the net. Diving save by Sims, but the ball ricochets off of Sims, and Weimar can't play it. Can't get it to the net. Point Lady Leps. 16-12, LaGrange serving with Hayden Cooper. Cooper will send one middle back to Janiyah Cooper. Sims sets it outside on the for Booker. Blocked back over by Breon Williams, but Weimar got it back over. Trilishek will set it near side for Ulrich, and that ball's a big swing, and that goes off the hands of Cheyenne Booker on the cross-court swing from the left side by Ulrich. Point Lady Leps, and they're up 17-12. Hayden Cooper serving. That one's down the near line. Good pickup there by Sims and pushed over by Cooper deep. Saved back there by Trilishek toward the net. Here's Campbell. Cooper plays it over, kept alive by Jaya Cook. Ball back to LaGrange at the net. Contested ball, but it goes over the net. And Janiyah Cooper for Weimar cannot play it in the middle. Point for the Lady Leps, and they're up 18-12. And we got a timeout. Weimar late in the second set. We'll take a break and be back. Make this a 30-second break.
Bloomin' Junction at 120 South Main in downtown LaGrange is happy to be a part of today's Lady Lep volleyball broadcast. And if you're in need of flowers or a plant for any occasion, call Bloomin' Junction today at 968-5240. They're open from 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday. And put this on your calendar, the LaGrange homecoming game is Friday, September the 19th. They also have great gifts like cups and tumblers. Bloomin' Junction. Special shout out to Lady Lep number 12, Ashton Smith.
All righty, welcome back. Hello to Mike on the river. I guess I'm assuming that's Mike Petrosh. Mike Petrosh? Yeah, okay. All right. 18-12 Lady Leps here. In the third set, we're all tied at 1. I got that inside information from Zeke Ulrich. All right, Lady Leps serving Hayden Cooper. Up by 6. Cooper will send one down the middle to Janiyah Cooper for Weimar. Back and from the back row, pushed over deep by Noska. Easy ball for LaGrange. Trilishek sets up Ulrich. That's blocked, but blocked just in. Oh, it was a big block by Weimar there, double block, and the ball just landed in on the far side, and the Lady Cats get the point. Ball had eyes on that one, and it's 13-18 now. Weimar serving with Olivia Noska, their libero. She'll send one down the line, and cannot be picked up by Hayden Cooper. A little bit slow on that move, and the ball has some overspin on it. And short hop to Point Weimar. That's an ace. Makes it 14-18. Noshka will serve again. This one will go right at Cooper. Picks that one up cleanly. Trilishek sets up the short set for Breon Williams, and she drives that one over the block and down just middle back, just inside the line. Point Lady Leps. 19-14. LaGrange serving up 5 with Breon Williams. All right, couple of moves here. They have Hannah Gross on the net now for the Lady Leps, along with Cooper and Ulrich. Low serve, overpassed a bit, contested ball at the net. Weimar plays it over, but it's out. Cheyenne Booker just missed the back line. That line had some close ones back there. And it's a point for LaGrange, and it's 20-14. All right, Breon Williams, middle back to Noshko. Played over on the second ball by Rose. LaGrange has that outside for Ulrich. Down the middle, that's good. Middle back wide open. Cross-court set by Trilishek. Carly Ulrich with the kill. And they go up 21-14. Lady Leps up by 7. All right, here's Breon Williams again. Here's sideline, Janiyah Cooper. Lucky will set Cooper up, pushes it over, saved far side by Trilishek. To the back row, Breon Williams. Here's Ulrich, saved by Noshka, and pushed over by Skylar Rose for LaGrange. Ulrich, back set by Trilishek for Cooper down the line, saved by Sims. Weimar scrambling, and Noshka gets it over on the third ball. Drops one in at a tough spot, and Breon Williams dove, but the ball goes into the Weimar bench. Point for the Lady Cats. Side out to Weimar, serving at 15-21. Maximum, both of these teams, they're scraping the floor pretty good tonight. All right, here's Janiyah Cooper for Weimar. Middle back to Ashton Smith. Trilishek back sets it far side over there for Campbell Cooper. And that one never had a chance to come down. Never came down on that one. That one went into the seat. Point for Weimar. 16-21. Lady Cats keep fighting back into this thing. Now they're down by 5 again with Janiyah Cooper serving. Storwin picked up Smith middle back. Aaron return and over by Kylie Trilishek on the second ball, but she misses it wide. Point for the Lady Cats. Serve return. Problem there. Here's Janiyah Cooper. Cooper will send one. That's a line drive, and that's shanked by Smith into the wall. 18-21 and ace for Janiyah Cooper for Weimar. And all of a sudden, we got a 3-point set, and LaGrange takes the timeout to break the run. We'll take a break, be back. 50, and make this a 60 here.
The Ewens and Ducicella Clinic at 402 Ewens Drive in Weimar emphasizes quality health care with an excellent staff and board-certified physicians. Their doctors Jorge Ducicella, Olga Ducicella, Leah McKeskey, plus Bob Parrish and Estella Mota, along with PA Abigail Adamson. To make an appointment, call 725-8545. The clinic is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. For additional information, visit their website, ydclinic.com. The clinic is also huge supporters of Weimar athletics.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
All right, just had a service error by Weimar out of the timeout. So LaGrange serving at 22-18 with Kyla Cologne, and she returns the favor and drives the serve into the net. Point for the Lady Cats. So they're serving at 19-22. They're going to bring in Caitlin Meach on the serve for Cheyenne Booker. Freshman for the senior. Meachon puts it down in the middle back to Cooper. They set it outside here, near side for Kylie Trilishek, who didn't make a big swing at that ball. They tried to get it over. It's off the blocker, but down, and LaGrange picked up the point. Kylie got a point there. Probably wasn't intended to get a point on that one, but did. Now it's 23-19 for the Lady Leps, and Carly Ulrich serving. Back corner it goes to Lucky. They set it outside for Tober. Deflected off the hands of Trilishek and Gross, but they can't pick it up back line. Point Weimar. So they're back to within 3 again at 20-23. And the server for the Lady Cats is Skylar Rhodes. That's middle back to Smith. Toward the net, the set by Hollick, played over by Trilishek short. Weimar keeps it in play. Outside for Tober, tip over. Covered up by Hollick at the 10-foot line. Smith sets it up for Trilishek, and she cross-course one, and that's going to be off the hand of Leachon. Point for the Lady Leps, and they go up 24-20. They have set point. So serving for the set is Ashton Smith. All right, Smith will serve one. That middle back picked up by Lucky. Aaron return there. Weimar's going to scramble here, and they get it over with Rose. Here's Hollick setting up. Brigham Williams saved back line by Nasha. Weimar scrambling again, and they get it over. Saved by Campbell Cooper. They set it back to, or that's Griffin on the left side, deflected. Saved by Janiyah Cooper back row. Here's Tober, blocked back over, though, by Brigham Williams and Trilishek, and Weimar got it over. Here's LaGrange, Ashton Smith. Little tip over here by Trilishek, but it's diving save by Cook. Madison Lucky to set it, but it goes into the net, and LaGrange hangs on and wins set number 2, 25-20. Good second set. Big comeback by Weimar comes up short. Lady Leps are up 2-1. We'll be back in 2.5 minutes.
Cooler temps, school's back, and Friday night lights are glowing. Whether you're cheering at the football field or courtside at volleyball, NBT's digital tools make banking simple wherever the season takes you. Bank smarter with mobile deposits, card controls, and alerts that work as hard as your team does.
Local since 1888, trusted for generations.
Your hometown bank, right here, right now. National Bank and Trust. Let's make this season your smartest yet. Member FDIC.
Gear up for the fall at LaGrange Napa. Receive an instant $10 rebate with the purchase of any 2 Napa Exact Fit beam blades and rear blade. Napa Premium Conventional Motor Oil, the 5-quart jug for $18.99. That's at LaGrange Napa, 210 East Travis.
At Hill Bank and Trust Company, we're Weimar proud, and we wish the best of luck today to our Weimar Lady Cats. This is Courtney Bell at Hill Bank, where we take pride in getting to know our customers and providing truly personalized service. We offer checking accounts with debit cards, internet banking, remote deposits, and auto, personal, and home loans. We want you to come see us at 201 East Main Street in Weimar. Let's visit and find out what we can do to help serve your banking needs. Hill Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender. We are proud supporters of our community. Go Lady Cats!
When looking for the highest standard of HVAC service and care, turn to Reader's Air Conditioning and Heating, a Lennox Premier Dealer. The Premier Dealer status means you are certain to be working with a company who has the highest level of training, professionalism, and customer service. Call Readers today at 968-5277 or visit them online at readersac.com. Dealer license is TACLB 10227C. Readers Air Conditioning and Heating supports all of our area high school teams.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say,
"What? Huh? I'm so over this."
but what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call Ken Crom Insurance, 725-9564.
All right, set number 4, LaGrange is up 2-1. Yeah, they win the third one 25-20. They had the lead on Weimar pretty much the whole match. Weimar came back and cut it down to 3 before LaGrange wins by 5. All right, Hayden Cooper starts it off. Good serve. Lucky was set it near side for Janiyah Cooper, but blocked back over by Breon Williams. Weimar's back. Here's Cooper again. That one is deflected, but LaGrange can't pick it up off the deflection past the 10-foot line at the point for the Lady Cats, and they go up 1-0 with a side out. And it'll be Madison Lucky, the server. Middle back it goes to Ashton Smith. They Trilishek dies to keep it alive, and they got it over. Here's Weimar in the middle. Dyer Cook, and that one goes down the middle off of Hayden Cooper. Point for Weimar, and they were out to a 2-0 lead. There's Madison Lucky now serving. Lucky will send one middle back to Ashton Smith. Good pass, Trillishek. Middle attack by Breon Williams. That's blocked in the middle and back over by Weimar's double block of Jaya Cook and Janiyah Cooper. Point for Weimar, and they go up 3-0 here in the fourth. Madison Lucky will serve again. Middle back to Smith. Line drive pass up to Trillishek. Breon Williams falling back, got it over, but saved middle back for Weimar by Sims. Outside for Cooper. Diving dig by Ashton Smith, and they set it outside. Trillishek sets it outside left over for Carly Ulrich, and she drives one cross court and down. Point for LaGrange, and they're on the board here in the fourth set. Now 1-3 and serving will be Breon Williams. She sends that one all the way into the basketball lane on the far end, way too long. Point for Weimar on the service error. And it's 4-1 now for the Lady Cats. Serving Olivia Noshka. Picked up middle back by Smith. Outside right here for Campbell Cooper. Deep saved back row by Lucky for Weimar. Outside for Skylar Rhodes. Saved middle back by Hayden Cooper. Outside for Ulrich on the left side. Into the double block, and Weimar can't play it off the block. Point for Ulrich and the Lady Leps. Side out back to LaGrange. Serving at 2-4. All right, Campbell Cooper will leave, and coming back in will be Gabby Hollick. And she's coming in to serve. All right, Hollick will send one down the middle, pick Noshka toward the net. Lucky sets it up for Janiyah Cooper. That ball is deflected, and it's going to be out off of LaGrange. That'll be a point for the Lady Cats on another kill by Janiyah Cooper. So they get the serve back at 5-2, and Janiyah Cooper is serving. Netter right into the top of the net. Point Lady Leps on the service error. Side out. All right, Carly Ulrich will serve. Hayden Cooper leads. Let's see, we have Hollick. Avery Griffin on the net now. Serve down the line. Picked up back corner back there for Weimar. Janiyah Cooper, and they go outside left in the swing by Weimar. Skylar Rose cross court one around the block and down. Point for the Lady Cats, and they get the serve right back, leading 6-3. And on the serve now, the freshman, Caitlin Michon. That serve will be down the middle to Ashton Smith. Hollick sets it outside left, played over deep by Griffin. Weimar keeps it in play. Michon sets up Tolbert. Cross court, saved middle back by Ulrich and played over the second ball by Trillishek. Caught Weimar off guard there, and they couldn't recover. A point for the Lady Leps. And Kylie Trillishek side out back to LaGrange, and they're going to serve now at 4-6. 4-6 with Ashton Smith. Smith will send one low one, picked up middle back by Lucky. Outside for Tolbert. Deflected at the net by Breon Williams, saved by Hollick. Smith sets up Trillishek off the top of the net and rolls over and down. Hit the right spot. Point for the Lady Leps. They're back to within one on the Trillishek kill. 5-6 with Ashton Smith still serving. Smith will send one middle back to Noshka. They set it outside for Tolbert on the left over the block. Saved middle back by Carly Ulrich. Hollick toward the net and over by Griffin to the left side, and that ball was outside the antenna from Griffin. Point for Weimar. Side back out to them, and they're serving now at 7-5. Skylar Rose will serve. She'll send one near side to Trillishek. Good pass in the middle. Hollick sets it outside left for Griffin. That's blocked over and out. Point for LaGrange for Avery Griffin. The block, either Lucky or Jaya Cook, but either way, it was way too long. Point for the Lady Leps. Side out. They're serving at 6-7 with Kylie Trillishek. Trillishek will send a short one near side. Overpass back over by Janiyah Cooper. Smith. Trilishek sets it up near side here for Campbell. Cooper cross court, one saved over there by Lucky and over by Tolbert. Nice dig by Gaston Smith and played over from the back row by Carly Ulrich. Weimar played it back across. Trilishek kept it alive. Now Kylie was set up in the middle, and that's a little long. There's an attack by Breon Williams. Well, she had a back line that was open and just missed it. Point for Weimar. Side out to the Lady Cats. Serving at 8-6. And the server is Ramsey Tolbert. And she'll send one middle near side here to Smith. Back set by Trilishek. Outside here for Griffin. Great swing, but dug out by Mechon and back over. Here's Mechon again. And that one she tried to push over and went right into the net. Good dig the first ball, but the second one didn't carry. And at the point for LaGrange. And there's Lady Leps now serving at 7-8. And it's going to be Hayden Cooper. All right, Cooper serves this one. That's going to be down the far line, picked up over there by Lucky. Outside here for Janiyah Cooper. Just played it over. Breon Williams saves it. And then Phillips tries to guide one over on the second ball, and it goes into the net. Point for Weimar. And they go up 9-7. Madison Lucky will serve. Middle back it goes to Ashton Smith. Trilishek sets it far side for Ulrich. Big swing and down, right down the line. Good swing there by Carly Ulrich. Side out back to LaGrange. They're serving now at 8-9. Friday night, the Lady Leps are going to be taking on Schulenburg, and that match is in Schulenburg. Weimar is off for the Colorado County Fair. All right, here's Breon Williams serves. Back corner picked up back there by Sims. Outside left, it goes over to Booker, and that's blocked back over by the middle block combination of Cooper and Gross. Point for LaGrange, and they have tied it up now 9-all. Breon Williams will serve. That's a lop netter. Service error. Point back to Weimar, and they get the lead back on the missed serve, 10-9. LaGrange is up 2-1 here in the fourth. Olivia Noska serving for Weimar. That's a floater, middle back to Ashton Smith. Trilishek sets it cross court over for Ulrich. Deflected, saved. Noska middle back. Weimar toward the net and pushed over by Jaya Cook. LaGrange has it. Back set here for Cooper. Dug out the back corner there by Sims, but the return, and Weimar dug it out of the net, and Cooper got it over. Here's a swing from Carly over with Weimar diving all over the place and kept the ball in place. Cooper tipped it over. LaGrange put it back across, and now Ulrich's got it, and that's going to be off of Noska toward the seats and down. Point for LaGrange. Boy, they earned that one. Weimar just diving everywhere to keep the ball in play, but the Lady Cats got that point. Or the Lady Leps finally got the point, and we're tied up at 10. All right, serving will be Gabby Hollick. Down the middle it goes to Sims. Set up near side. Here is a big swing at the net by Skylar Rose, saved by LaGrange, and Trilishek missed his one, but got it over the net and down. He didn't mean to do that, but it worked. Point for the Lady Leps, and they're up 11-10. All right, Gabby Hollick is going to serve for the Lady Leps. The freshman shoots one back into the corner, overpass and out by Janiyah Cooper. Point for LaGrange, and they go up by 2 now at 12-10. And Weimar will take a timeout. LaGrange has scored 5 out of 6. Let's make this a 30-second break. We'll be right back.
Julie B. at 134 North Washington in downtown LaGrange is happy to be a part of today's broadcast. Visit Julie B. for a whole new shopping experience for clothing and accessories. They have a huge selection of John Hart purses and totes along with Kendra Scott jewelry. Julie B. is open Monday through Friday, 10 to 5:30, and Saturday from 9:30 to 4:30. Check out Julie B. on Facebook. They wish the Lady Leps good luck with a special shout out to number 3, Clara Bundick.
All right, the Lady Leps have scored 5 out of 6 to go up by 2 here in the fourth, 12-10. Gabby Hollick will serve once again for LaGrange, the freshman. All right, Hollick will send one deep middle back to Noshka. Lucky sets it up. Janiah Cooper, that went off the top of the net and over the block and lands just in here on the near side. Point for Weimar, side out to the Lady Cats. And they're back to within 1 now at 11-12, and the server, Janiah Cooper. Astros lead the Blue Jays 2-0 in the 5th inning. All right, Cooper sends one near side. Popped up by Ashton Smith, and her and Cooper, Hayden Cooper and Ashton Smith had a little communications issue, and they kind of bumped into each other. The ball hit the floor. Point Weimar. We're tied at 12. Here's Janiah Cooper, middle back to Hayden Cooper toward the bench. Kept in play by Trillish, taken over by Ashton Smith. Free ball for Weimar. Lucky sets it up in the middle there. Swing by Skylar Rhodes, saved by Hayden Cooper. And pushed over by Ashton Smith. And she pushed that one off the middle blocker of Skylar Rhodes, and it lands on the LaGrange side. Point for LaGrange. Ashton Smith and puts LaGrange up 13-12. Carly Ulrich will serve. Up by 1. Deep one and overpass back over by Skylar Rhodes, and that goes into the LaGrange bench on the overpass. Point for the Lady Leps, and they're up 14-12. Ulrich will serve again. Low one that time, picked up by Noshka, middle back. Lucky back sets one for Sim, deflect at the net. Picked up middle back by Carly Ulrich. Kept alive by Hollick, and nobody got the third ball. They landed at the 10-foot line, and Ashton Smith had the angle coming toward it, and it landed between her and Griffin. Point for Weimar. Side out. And Weimar serving now at 13-14 with Caitlin Michon. Michon will send it middle back. That's picked up by Griffin. Back row swing by Ulrich, and that goes off of Noshka. Point LaGrange from the back row by Carly Ulrich. Side out. Lady Leps lead 15-13 with Ashton Smith, the libero, serving. Smith will send one near side, and that's going to be shanked off a look out. A well-placed ball toward the near sideline. She had to play it. Couldn't control it. 16-13 because it had a chance of landing in. Right, here's Smith again. Short one that time. Lucky picks it up. Smith back and goes back row over to Noshka, and they get it over. Here's a middle swing by Breon Williams to LaGrange. Saved by Noshka. Tipped back over and then deep by Avery Griffin. Michon will set it up for Rhodes. That's blocked back over by Breon Williams. They can't play it off the Breon block. Point for LaGrange, and they go up 17-13. Mustard in the light of Coach Ryan O'Neill on the sideline. Lady Leps are up 4, up 2-1. Here's Ashton Smith. She'll send one back corner to Lucky. Michon picks it up outside for Tolbert, into the net, left side attack. Point LaGrange, and it's 18-13 for the Lady Leps. And another timeout by Weimar. Lady Leps 18-13 in the fourth. Let's take a 30-second break and be back.
Cybro Door and Weather Strip Company in Weimar has been family owned and operated since 1979. The company provides beautiful custom residential front doors. They're also a leader in residential and commercial weather stripping. Cybro is located at 405 South Eagle in Weimar. Visit their website for all of their services. CybroDoor.com. Call them at 725-8551 or 1-800-345-2791. Cybro Door and Weather Strip Company supports Weimar Athletic.
All right, Lady Leps up here in the fourth set, 18-13. Up 2-1. Granger scored 6 out of 7 to get this lead out to 5. Ashton Smith will continue to serve. All right, here we go. Ashton Smith will serve. Range is up 5 here in the fourth set. Still send a short one near side save by Tolbert. Beach on the center, sets it over. Now LaGrange outside. Trilishek well off the net, but got it in. I don't know. Lord, that ball had eyes too. Backed off at the 10-foot line and somehow had to spin right where it dropped in on the line, and they go up 19-13. All right, there's Ashton Smith serving again. Back corner and missed it wide right. And I think LaGrange is saying that maybe the Bombers' middle blocker might have got a hand on it, but nobody, no touch by Weimar, but that's what LaGrange quickly came up. Coach O'Neill got up quickly, thought the Weimar's middle blocker, Jaya Cook, got a hand on it when the ball went by. Charlie Ulrich, the team captain, talking to the net official, but I don't think that's going to fly. Yeah, and the linesman did not see it either. So it was out. It's a point for Weimar. So they're serving at 14-19 with Skylar Rhodes and Carly Ulrich just, for the lack of a better word, shanked the serve return, point for the Lady Cats. And now they're back to within 4, trying to extend this match to number 5. Skylar Rhodes is in the serve. That's it down the line to Ulrich and missed it wide. So Ulrich had some eyes there to let that one go by her. Point for LaGrange, and they go up 20-15, and they get the serve back with Kylie Trilishek. Now Weimar has no more timeouts in this set. Trilishek will jump serve one, back corner to Naya Cooper. Michon sets it outside here for Cook. LaGrange keeps it in play, and they get it over, but out. Breon Williams in the middle tried to get one down inside the far sideline, but missed it. Point Weimar. So the Lady Cats get the serve back at 16-20. It's got really loud here. It's a big crowd. All right, here's Ramsey Tolbert. Short one picked up by Smith. Trilishek will set it in for Breon Williams, and nobody's stopping that one as that goes down just past the 10-foot line. And Weimar saying that she hit the net on the swing. But the floor official is saying the ball hit the net and not her wrist. Point for LaGrange. We've had a lot of contested calls here. Weimar thought that Breon Williams' arm hit the net, but the officials said that was the ball. Hayden Cooper will serve. So LaGrange, middle back it goes to Sims. Michon sets it outside here and pushed over by and down by Weimar's Denia Cooper just inside the antenna on the near side. Point for the Lady Cats, and they're trying to hang in this thing. Weimar serving now at 17-21. Madison Lucky will serve. Near side for Cooper. That's going to be out. An overpass. Point for Weimar. And now they're back to within 3 again at 18-21. They're trying to get to set 5. Lucky will serve. Middle back. That's too long. Service error. Missed the back line. Hayden Cooper let it go. Point for Weimar. Point for LaGrange, and they're up 22-18 with the serve. And it'll be Breon Williams, the server, on the net for LaGrange right now. They've got Cooper, Lambda, and Ulrich. Here's the serve. Short one down the line. Picked up over there by Sims. Middle attack denied. Cooper blocked back over by Lambda and Cooper. The Weimar plays it back across, and they overpass it, and Denia Cooper put that one down off the arms on the near side of Kylie Trilishek. Point for Weimar. Side out to the Lady Cats, serving in 19-22. Here's Noshka. Middle back to Smith. Trilishek will set it cross court for Ulrich, and that one goes down the line, out of the reach of Sims. Point for the Lady Leps, and it's 23-19 on the kill by Harley Ulrich. And LaGrange is serving. They don't know the server. It's going to be Gabby Hollick. Gabby Hollick is going to serve. LaGrange 2 to win. Low one into the net. Point Weimar. Lady Cats still have life. Serving at 20-23. Denia Cooper serving for the Lady Cats. Jump serves that one middle back to Cooper. Hollick sets up Lomden. Deflected and saves in the back row by Madison Lucky, and then put over by Skylar Rhodes, and LaGrange can't play that tip over. Point for Weimar. They're down 2 at 21-23. It's like the first match between these two. All right, here's Denia Cooper for Weimar. Near side for Smith. Hollick will set up Harley Ulrich, pushed it over, stayed back over by Rhodes. LaGrange has it, and Ashton Smith plays it back into the corner to Denia Cooper. Here's a middle swing by Skylar Rhodes off the block and down. Point Weimar. And they're back to within 1 now at 22-23. And LaGrange takes the timeout. And we'll take a 30-second break and be back.
The LaGrange and Giddings Family Health Centers are happy to be a part of today's broadcast. Both health centers' primary concern is the health and well-being of you, their patients. To make an appointment for the LaGrange Clinic, call 979-968-8493. That's 968-8493. To make an appointment at the Giddings Clinic, call 979-542-7400. That's 542-7400. To become an established patient, visit the website lgtxhealth.com.
All right, welcome back to Leps Gym. Weimar has scored 3 in a row. They're back to within 1, trying to extend this match to set 5. It is 22-23. Denia Cooper serving for Weimar. She'll send one down the middle, picked up by Hayden Cooper. Hollick sets it outside for Trilishek, blocked back over by Weimar. LaGrange keeps it alive, and Smith plays it over. Back corner to Cooper. They set it outside for Tobert, deflected at the net, covered up by Hollick at the 10-foot line. Outside left for Ulrich, saved by Tobert. Lucky sets it up for Tobert. Tip over, saved at the 10-foot line by Hollick. Smith will set up Trilishek, and it's the antenna. Point Weimar, and they have come back to tie at 23 apiece. They've scored 4 in a row to tie it up. Fourth set belongs to anybody now. Denia Cooper still serving. That goes middle back to Hayden Cooper. Hollick will set it up. Pushed over by Ulrich. Weimar's got it. Lucky sets up Skylar Rose. Hit back over by Lomza. Weimar's got it again. Here's Tobert. Middle back saved by Hayden Cooper. Hollick outside for Ulrich. And that's off the block. And Weimar's scrambling. And they couldn't get it over. I think they called 4 balls on Weimar. But boy, Coach Myshek just went nuts. Thought that was only 3. Whew, she came off the bench in a hurry when the referee blew the whistle on that. What looked like maybe the third ball. Madison Lucky talking to the net official. The ball went over. But it's a 4. The point going to LaGrange at 24-23. And now LaGrange has got match and set point with Carly Ulrich. Middle back it goes to Rhodes. Outside it goes for Sims. Saved past the 10-foot line by Hollick. Outside for Trilishek, and that hit the antenna again. And we're tied at 24. And Weimar gets the serve back. At 24 all. Remember, you got to win by 2. Caitlin Michon serving. Near side to Ulrich. Popped it up a bit. Smith gets it toward the net. Back row attack by Ulrich. Down the line, saved by Noshka. They say that outside for Tolbert. Cross court. Picked up by Ulrich. Kept alive and over by Avery Griffin, and that ball went outside the antenna. Point for Weimar, and they're up now 25-24, and they've got set point to tie up the match. Caitlin, and we got a timeout by LaGrange. We're going to keep it here. This is a turned into a playoff match all of a sudden. Well, like I said, they went 5 sets way back to open up the season, and we're now a point away from that happening again. Weimar was down 23-20, tied it up at 23. LaGrange went up 24-23. Weimar tied it up, and now Weimar leads 25-24. And we have had a lot of interesting conversations here between the officials on a lot of hotly contested calls here. All right, Weimar serving for the set. It'll be Caitlin Mechon. Lady Leps won in Weimar in 5. Weimar's trying to get to the 5th set here in LaGrange. All right, here's Mechon's serve. Middle back to Smith. Hollick was set it outside, pushed over by Griffin, and I think Griffin got into the net, and he did. Point Weimar, and we're going to set number 5 as the Lady Cats come from behind to win 26-24, and they were down at one point 19-14, but the Lady Cats win it. We're going to set 5. First to 15 will win, and again, these two now going to the set 5 for the second time during these regular season matches. Now they'll flip a coin for the server. And while they're doing that, let's take a break. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the 5th set.
For over 80 years now, the Cavender Auto family has kept Texans on the road, and today's no different. With one click to CavenderAutoCountry.com, shop 4 Cavender dealerships, including Cavender Ford, Cavender Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, and Cavender Polaris in Columbus, and Cavender Chevrolet Buick GMC in Weimar. One click, 4 dealerships at CavenderAutoCountry.com, making confidence happen right here at home.
Look at you, having it together. You've got a car. You have a house. Now get your car and house insured together with a State Farm agent. A local agent can help you customize your coverage and save when you bundle your home and auto insurance.
Call Adam Check State Farm Insurance, 968-3600.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability, amount of discount, savings, and eligibility may vary.
The Pharmacy Shop of Weimar encourages you to take measures to stay healthy. The Pharmacy Shop of Weimar does vaccinations for shingles, pneumonia, Tdap, and hepatitis. Call 725-6713 today to make your appointment. The Pharmacy Shop of Weimar is open weekdays from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. till 12 noon. Delivery service is also available for prescriptions. The Pharmacy Shop of Weimar is happy to be a part of today's broadcast, and good luck to the Lady Cats and Wildcats.
The Ewens and Ducicella Clinic at 402 Ewens Drive in Weimar emphasizes quality health care with an excellent staff and board-certified physicians. Their doctors Jorge Ducicella, Olga Ducicella, Leah McKeskey, plus Bob Parrish and Estella Mota, along with PA Abigail Adamson. To make an appointment, call 725-8545. The clinic is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. For additional information, visit their website, ydclinic.com. The clinic is also huge supporters of Weimar athletics.
First to 15, win by 2. Weimar scored 7 of the last 8 points in the 4th set to extend this match, winning 26-24. Playoff atmosphere. Of course, these 18 miles apart. I mean, everybody kind of knows everybody. All right, Hayden Cooper serving for LaGrange to get it underway. Goes to Noshka middle back. Lucky was set it near side for Cooper, and that's blocked back over by Breon Williams. They played it back over, and then Breon got it back and put it down in the back corner. Point for the Lady Leps. Couple of Ball's there by Breon Williams in the middle, a block, and then a pass back over on the overpass, and she drilled it. All right, Hayden Cooper serving again. Low one there, down the line, picked up by Sims. Lucky sets it outside here for Dahlia Cook. They get it over. Krilishek will keep it in play for Breon Williams. That one went off the top of the net and landed over the blockers and down at the 10-foot line. Point LaGrange, and they go up 2-0. Weimar 17-9, LaGrange 17-11. All right, here's Hayden Cooper. Again, that's a deep one, middle back to Noshka. Lucky sets it outside for Cooper. Diving save by Ashton Smith. LaGrange got it over. Weimar got a chance here. Here's Cooper again, deflected. Picked up middle back by Hayden Cooper. Krilishek sets it outside for Ulrich, and a little tip over the double block, and they can't cover it off that tip. And Cheyenne Booker dove but couldn't play it. LaGrange goes up 3-0, and a quick timeout by Weimar. Taking a 30-second break, and we'll be back.
Hey, don't you work at National Bank and Trust?
I sure do. Just grabbing dinner like everyone else.
I always see you at the branch, and now in the cereal aisle.
We're your neighbors. That's what being local means. We've been here since 1888. Still independent, still your bank.
Well, thanks for being a part of our lives. You guys really are here for good.
I'm here for you. Thanks for trusting us.
National Bank and Trust. Local, trusted, since 1888. Member FDIC.
All right, Lady Leps jump out quickly here, 3-0 in the short set. Hayden Cooper will serve again. She'll send one middle back, picked up by Noshka. Lucky sets it in the middle for Janiah Cooper. That gets blocked back across, so Weimar got it back over on by Jaya Cook. Here's Breon Williams in the middle off the top of the net. Weimar keeps it alive. Here's Cooper again. Save middle back for LaGrange by Hayden Cooper. Outside for Ulrich. Big swing over the block and down out of the reach of Noshka. Boy, he put a swing on that one. Carly Ulrich makes it a 4-0 lead for Weimar. Hayden Cooper will serve again for the Lady Leps. That one goes middle back. Stayed back there by Sims and over on the second ball by Jaya Cook. The middle blocker just pushed it over deep, and it goes too long. Point LaGrange, and they're up 5-0. Well, momentum in 3 minutes can just change on you. Weimar had it all to finish the fourth set, and LaGrange jumps out 5 points here to start the fifth set. Hayden Cooper will serve again. Down the line, and that's shanked toward the bench. Weimar keeps it in play. Jaya Cook tries to go over it into the net. 6-0 for LaGrange. It's almost like Weimar, all their energy was finishing up that fourth set to keep it going, and now the wind is kind of going out of the sail all of a sudden. 6 in a row by LaGrange. Here's Hayden Cooper. Down the line to Sims. Lucky gets the cross court for Janiah Cooper. Saved by Ulrich. Outside here for Campbell. Cooper, that one was rejected on the right side. To take a big block by Janiah Cooper there. Point Weimar. Side out. Very good block. Weimar serving with Madison Lucky down 5. Lucky down the middle back to Ashton Smith. Really sets it outside left for Ulrich. Blocked back over, covered up by Hayden Cooper and pushed over by Weimar. And then a push over by Janiah Cooper for the Lady Cats. It's over the back line. And, boy, she had the whole back line to get it in and missed it. Point for LaGrange, and it's 7-1, side out. Breon Williams will serve for LaGrange. That's a high floater. Too much air under that one, and it sails out. Service error, point Weimar. Side out. They're serving at 2-7 with Olivia Noshka, the Weimar libero. Noshka will send one near line, picked up by Ashton Smith. Krilishek left side for Ulrich, tipped over, covered up at the 10-foot line by Lucky. Here's Janiah Cooper in the middle, blocked by LaGrange, kept alive. Outside it goes for Ulrich, saved by Noshka, middle back. Weimar's got it, and Noshka plays it over short, and Weimar, LaGrange was hoping they had a pancake pick up by Hayden Cooper, but she couldn't reach it. Point for Weimar as Noshka past the 10-foot line in front of Hayden Cooper. Point for the Lady Cats. And they're serving at 3-7. Olivia Noshka serves for Weimar. Short one picked up by Smith, middle back. Krilishek runs it down. Campbell Cooper down the line, but misses it long. She was off the 10-foot line and misses it. Point Weimar. Now they've scored 3 out of 4 to cut it back to a 3-point set here. Noska still serving for Weimar. Floater, middle back to Ashton Smith. Trilishek will set it outside left for Ulrich. Big swing with a good pickup by Sims, and the Weimar got it over. Here's Ulrich again. Picked up by Sims down the line. And outside it go, and Ulrich on the overpass plays it over, and then Weimar got a ball by Sims and past the 10-foot line to the open back line and scores. They kept going, and then Weimar kept returning it, and the Lady Cats now got it back to within 2 at 5-7, and Olivia Noska is still serving. First to 15 wins by 2. Here's Noska, middle back, deep into Smith. Silisek sets it up. Cross court over to Ulrich, off the block and down. They couldn't cover that one as the ball went off the side of Janiyah Cooper's hand sideways. A kill for Ulrich, and that breaks a string of 4 straight by the Lady Cats. LaGrange goes up 8-5 with the serve now. It'll be Kyla Colon on the serve. She'll send one cross court and wide. Service there. Point Weimar, side out. And Weimar now serving at 6-8. Colon will leave, and coming back in will be Clara Bundick. And let's see, Bundick probably will be setting here. Ulrich, Lamza, and Trilishek. Serving Janiyah Cooper for Weimar. Near side to Smith. Bundick will set it near side for Ulrich on the right. Down the line off of Cooper. They can't get it. Point for the Lady Left. Left side attack down the line by Carly Ulrich. Puts the Grange up 9-6. Ulrich will now serve. Ulrich will send one middle back, picked up by Noska. Lucky sets it here for Cook. Goes into the double block, and the Grange can't play it off the double block. Point for Weimar in the kill. Actually, I think that was Skylar Rhodes there with that kill. Point for Weimar. Side out, and they're serving now at 7-9. On the serve, the freshman, Caitlin Meachon. Sets up in the middle. Down the line. That shanked off of Griffin. Her and Ashton Smith. Communications issue there. And it's a point for Weimar. They're back to within 1 now at 8-9. And Meachon still serving for the Lady Cats. That one goes middle back to Smith. Bundick will set it outside left for Griffin. Down the middle, wide open. Middle back open for Weimar. Point, Lady Left. Good clean swing by Avery Griffin there. The assist by Bundick. LaGrange is up 10-8. Ashton Smith will serve. Smith will send one near his corner. Picked up over there by Lucky. Meachon out to Toward. Well off the net. Plays over middle back to Ulrich. Bundick sets it up in the middle for Breon Williams, but she's wide. Tried to go middle to the near sideline, but missed it wide. Point Weimar. Lady Cats get the serve back down 9-10. And it'll be Skylar Rhodes serving. Rhodes will send one. Middle back to Smith. That service return goes into the top of the net. Point Weimar, and it's 10-10. So basically, we got a 5-point set here. Skylar Rhodes serves another one. That's a low one. Picked up by Smith. Pops it up a bit. Bundick gets it. Trilishek outside here on the left. Plays it over. Saved by Lucky. Pushed over by Weimar. Back. Middle back to Ulrich. Bundick sets it up cross court for Griffin. Pushes it over off the hands of Meachon, and they can't play it. Point for LaGrange. Not a big, just a pushover by Griffin, but in an awkward spot for Meachon to play it, and LaGrange goes up 11-10. And we got a timeout here. LaGrange is up 30-second timeout.
Fall savings at LaGrange Napa. Shell Rotella Triple Protection Motor Oil for $19.29 a gallon. Select Xerix Heavy Duty Antifreeze starting at $9.99 a gallon. Select Napa Antifreeze Coolant for $9.99 a gallon. That's all at LaGrange Napa, 210 East Travis, LaGrange.
Get the good stuff.
KBUK, LaGrange.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. Got a barn burner here, 11-10. LaGrange in the fifth set. LaGrange won the first set. Weimar won the second one. LaGrange won the third one. Weimar won the fourth one. 26-24 with a big comeback. Schulenburg tonight lost their match to, who did they play? Lady Horns dropping their match tonight to Giddings. Nope, check that. Let me do that, or let me change that. Schulenburg beat Giddings 3-0. All right, serving for the Lady Leps to be Kylie Trilishek. She'll send one middle back to Lucky, and they overpass it on the second ball. That ball went toward the bench, and then Leachon overpassed it right to Breon Williams and put it down. LaGrange goes up 12-10. All right, Trilishek serving, 3 points away. A low one picked up back there by Lucky. They set it outside here for Gaia Cook, played over by LaGrange. Ball deep to LaGrange to Ulrich. Outside right, it goes to Campbell Cooper, and that one hit the top of the tape and stayed on the LaGrange side. Point Weimar. Side out to the Lady Cats, serving at 11-12. So Schulenburg tonight swept Giddings. All right, here's Ramsey Tolbert. Middle back, it goes to Ulrich. Trilishek will set it into the middle for Breon Williams off the top of the net, saved by Noshka. Outside for Janiyah Cooper, saved middle back by Ulrich for LaGrange. Outside left, it goes to Griffin. Big swing and long. Point Weimar, and we're tied at 12. So the Lady Cats down by as many as 5 or 6 early, 7-1. They have come back to tie it now at 12, and they have the serve. Colbert serves one, deep one, saved by Ulrich. Trilishek sets it up for Breon Williams. She goes over the middle blocker and gets it down in the back corner, just on the inside the line. Point LaGrange. And the Lady Leps go on top 13-12. And they get the serve back. All right, it'll be Hayden Cooper serving. Cooper serving for the Lady Leps, 13-12. Cooper, a low one, netter into the net. We're tied at 13. And now Weimar gets the serve back with Madison Lucky. 13 all. Win by 2. Lucky, short one, middle back to Smith. Trilishek sets it up for Breon. Will tipped it over, blocked back over by LaGrange and over by Campbell Cooper. On the ball, it rolled off the tape and landed on the Weimar side. Point, Lady Leps. They now have set and match point at 14-13. Breon Williams serving. LaGrange serving for the match. Breon middle back in. It's misplayed by Sims, and that's it. LaGrange has survived another 5-setter with the Weimar Lady Cats tonight. What a really good match. Playoff atmosphere. And both teams were throwing haymakers at each other all night long, and LaGrange pulls out the fifth set 15-13. After Weimar had tied it up in set 4. Just very competitive between these two once again. They played 2 regular season matches, and they've both gone the distance, and LaGrange wound up winning them in very close 5th set. We'll take a break and be right back here at the Leps Gym after this.
At Hill Bank and Trust Company, we're Weimar proud, and we wish the best of luck today to our Weimar Lady Cats. This is Courtney Bell at Hill Bank, where we take pride in getting to know our customers and providing truly personalized service. We offer checking accounts with debit cards, internet banking, remote deposits, and auto, personal, and home loans. We want you to come see us at 201 East Main Street in Weimar. Let's visit and find out what we can do to help serve your banking needs. Hill Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender. We are proud supporters of our community. Go Lady Cats.
All right, welcome back. What a good match this was tonight between LaGrange and Weimar once again. Here's your scores. LaGrange winning 25-17, 10-25, 25-20, 24-26, and 15-13. If they survive this one, they pick up their 18th win of the year against 11 losses. Weimar picks, with this loss tonight, drops their record to 17-10. But, again, they played twice, and LaGrange has managed to win both of these matches, at least during the regular season, non-tournament matches that both went 5 sets. Weimar had a big comeback in the 4th set. They were down at one point in that set. They were down 23-19 and scored 7 of the last. They scored 7 of the last 8 to win that one, 26-24. Then here in the 5th set, LaGrange jumped out to a 7-1 lead, but Weimar kept chipping away at it, and they got it to 10-10. LaGrange went up 12-10, and then Weimar scored 2 to tie it again. And then LaGrange went up 13-12. Weimar tied it up, and the Lady Leps got the last 2 points to win it 15-13 in just a very competitive and highly energized gymnasium tonight between these two. And this will get both of them ready for district, which doesn't start for a couple of weeks because the 2 districts that they're involved with don't start till the 23rd of this month. So 5-set win for the Lady Leps tonight, winning set 5, 15-13. Schulenburg, as we mentioned a while ago, swept Giddings tonight in their match. And let me give you the scores for that one, if we got a second here. 25-18, 25-16, 25-15 as Schulenburg picks up their 19th win, and that win over the Giddings Lady Buffaloes. And coming up later this week, the Lady Leps will be taking on Schulenburg. That should be a good match here in LaGrange. And the varsity will play first at 4:30, followed by the sub-varsity. Weimar, again, does not play later this week because of the Colorado County Fair. The Lady Cats will be back in action next week. Let's thank our sponsors this evening who made this possible. Very, like I say, very entertaining. They included LaGrange Napa, Hillbank and Trust Company, along with Columbus State Bank, Reader's Air Conditioning and Heating, Ken Crom Insurance, Julie B's, Cybro Door and Weather Strip Company, LaGrange Family Health Center, National Bank and Trust, Cavender Auto Country, Adams Tech State Farm Insurance, the Pharmacy Shop of Weimar, Blooming Junction, and Ducicella Clinic. And again tonight in five sets, the Lady Leps hang on and beat the Lady Cats from Weimar in the 5th set by a score of 15-13. Coming up Thursday night, we got some Thursday night football. It'll be the Weimar Wildcats going to Rice Consolidated to take on the Raiders. They've done this 2 years in a row, now playing on Thursday because of the Colorado County Fair. So we'll be in Altair on Thursday for that one, scheduled for a 7:30 kickoff between the Raiders and the Wildcats. All right, that'll wrap it up here from Left Gym. For Mike Andrews, I'm Gary Dushek. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a good one. LaGrange wins in 5 sets. Good night, everybody.